Next up, Chelsea at Old Trafford at home. I'm hoping, and I think the best we can see at Old Trafford hope for, and the best we can do, will be to get a point. It's just not to be beaten. Now, there are a few things. I'm not going to go deep into stats because we all know it just isn't working. Whoever plays, whatever we do. But at home, at Old Trafford, we haven't been beaten. Well, sorry, we've only been beaten once in 15 matches. That was back in 2013. We lost 1-0. So we have got that in our favour. It is somewhat of a fortress in the last 15 matches, but who knows this time, right? A few points to note. We've scored 6 goals in our last 5 matches, whereas Chelsea have more than double the amount of goals they've scored, with 13 goals in their last 5 matches. Chelsea haven't lost in 11 matches, and we haven't kept a clean sheet in our last 9 matches. I honestly believe our best way to attack this is to try and make the game open. We're not going to keep a clean sheet. Well, I'm going to go through what I would like to see, but it's not going to happen. We're likely not going to keep a clean sheet. I think we can get at Chelsea's back four or their defensive unit. I mean, if you're looking across the team, they have got attacking flair. I think Neto's going to play. João Pedro is possibly going to start again. And Giddens have got pace on the left, but I think we can get at the back four. However, they are well protected with possibly the best defensive midfield player in Europe at the moment, or one of them, definitely in the Premier League, in Caicedo, the ex-Brighton man. And I think if we can just make it more open, free-flowing, we might have a chance. However, the issue I'm having now, I think it's moving away from the formation, from the actual team setup and team shape. And I think now it's really looking at the basic footballing principles of defensive principles and attacking principles are just not there. This is why, so in coaching and for players, okay, yes, you got your style of play, or some call it formation, and you got the way the players move or take shape in possession and out of possession, okay. However, now I think it's really the actual principles what are letting us down, because the players just aren't getting it, or they don't want to understand it, or it's not being coached to them properly. For example, a basic defensive principle is, right, when we lose a ball, as soon as we lose a ball, we need to get 6 defensive players or 6 players in a defensive shape behind the ball as soon as possible. That's just off my head, a quick defensive principle. Then it might be another attacking defensive. Then it might be another attacking principle, might be as soon as we win the ball in wide areas, we need to counter-attack and get into the final third within 5 seconds, okay? That's a bit more of a advanced principle instead of a basic attacking principle as, okay, when we get possession, can we pass forward straight away or as quick as possible? So I just feel that now it's coming out away from the shape of the team and the back three or the back five, whatever we want to call it these days, and these basic principles, what the players just don't want to get or aren't getting. Now, the players are good enough to get it. For example, the last team to win the Premier League with 3 at the back, who played 3 at the back consistently under Conte, was Chelsea. Chelsea, 2016 season, where they had that team where everybody knew their roles, everybody could do the role of that system, and they just had players what worked really well. Victor Moses, okay, not predominantly a wing-back, but he did a job and became an amazing wing-back. They had the 3 central defenders who can play in that position. They had the defensive midfielders, Kante, they had 20 defensive midfielders, okay, and they just had everyone what worked. We do not have that. We're not going to have that unless we buy players what specifically fit in, because right now, even if you're saying like Ahmad isn't comfortable where he's playing, Bruno is being forced to play in a position where he doesn't really want to, and Mainu is being left out, and we just haven't got the players. We brought in Sesko, and I just think we would have been better with Højlund because he's got Premier League experience now, and he would have been better, as he showed. He may have been better right now to hit the ground running with our new additions. as far as starting lineup goes, it doesn't matter what we played because of what I've just said. We haven't got the players to fit the system, but I think it's now not a player problem, but an actual lack of understanding of footballing principles, defensive principles and attacking principles that we just don't get. And if they don't get it after pre-season, which during pre-season it looked like we had something going, Arsenal as well, but now we did look like we was getting on to the right foot. Now it looks like they've just lost faith or something's happened behind the scenes. And every day, every week, what passes, it looks like Amorim is starting to get at loggerheads with some of the players. And yeah, you can just tell they're not responding. After Grimsby, the response should be smashing Burnley. We didn't do it. We didn't do it. This is what I would like to happen. It's never going to happen because, as you can see, it's a 4 at the back. You say, why are you playing Heaton? Because Le Mans now is probably going to be thrown in at Chelsea when we should just thrown him in against City, right? We're going to lose 3-0. We should have just lost 3-0 with him in goal. We can't start Baidea again. We can't. We just can't. I'm sorry, that has to go. So if we're going to put in Le Mans now, who knows what's going to happen? He could be awesome. He could have a disaster. So let's just put Heaton in, okay? Heaton was all right. He did all right when he played. And you're thinking, what are you talking about? But that's how much faith I've got. And I just think we should have started Le Mans now against City. And now we're going to throw him in. Are we going to wait again and not play him against Chelsea? Are we going to put Baindia again against Chelsea? I just don't fancy it. But here, look, this is just, you could have Allardyce, you could have Dyche. And look, I rate them as managers. I'm not saying that as a joke. We could put a settled manager who would come in and just go, right, your position is here. I'm going to put you in your position. So that's why I'll go with Dorgo on the left, okay, who has been known to play the wing back or full back as well. Mazawi, and then we've got the 2 centre backs. Ugarte, I wouldn't really want to play him. And Casemiro. Casemiro might be better start, but Ugarte just for the legs. And Mainu. Fernandes playing in the position where he's potentially world class. Ahmad and Mbeumo, who could rotate. And look, I wouldn't even want to put Sesko up there. Yes, he might be one for the future, but I thought we was buying someone for the now. Højlund would be better fit with Mbeumo and Fernandes, and Ahmed just rattling around. And I just think that would be more vibrant. I think that would do a better job than Amorim is doing, and with what we've got with the injuries as well, okay? They have got Delap, who is injured. I didn't go back to mention Chelsea have got Conor Gallagher, which came on. Last time he came on, I believe. Yeah, he didn't start, but he's likely going to start with us, which is going to cause us no end of problems. It's going to cause no end of problems when he's getting into them spaces, whether it's behind our wing backs, in the middle, just in front of our centre backs, so no one knows who's picking him up, and it could cause chaos. I'll be happy with a point. Our only hope is, because we're not following any or showing any kind of basic footballing principles, is just get at them and try and make it an open game. But Chelsea are more structured. They have players what can play in positions of their system, and they have some kind of style of play, and they're showing some kind of principles of play as well, which we are not. A point would be a good result. Come on, United. Just don't get beaten. Don't get beaten. And please don't let Ganacho score. I mean, he might even end up starting as well. They've got dangerous ability on the width in the attacking areas. So can we just make it an attacking game? And whoever's defense is shitter and goalkeeper is shitter will win the match. Let's get a point to start with. Don't get beaten. Come on.